Goodness to you, goodness. This is Sporty King, and I say goodness, not knowing whether it's morning, not knowing whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening that you're watching a broadcast. The reason you just saw me hesitate there is because I decided not to use my StreamYard software this time. I haven't gone straight live on Facebook through Facebook in a while, and so next week I'm actually going to be doing it my interactive session next Wednesday on Glue Wednesday. I'm going to do the interactive on Facebook Live. So I just got to get reacquainted with that because sometimes you get so used to new technology that you erase the use of the old, and that's kind of what I did. So I don't have the slides to be switching back and forth today, but let's see what goes on here, all right? So welcome to Gift Friday. And I call it Gift Friday because so often we hear TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. But I always say, what allure does Friday have to that person that took their last breath on Thursday? Therefore, I use what I learned through Psalm 92 and 2. Wow, I'm remembering. But that is always better to express your love in the day, your an expression of love in the evening. You know, I don't quote the Bible, I use it. But check out Psalm 92 and 2. And the thing is, I use what I call my affirmation is TGIT. Thank God it's today. And then TGIT. Thank God it's tonight. And so Gift Friday is if you take the T and TGIF and move it from the front to the end, you get GIFT. And then you find out what we really need to be giving thanks to God for, and that is the gift of everyday life. So Gift Friday is the online sharing of my inspirational poetry that you can use to uplift and inspire your fellow uh, family mates, classmates, teammates, more importantly, yourself and your spirit. And then if you'd like a copy of the poems, then you can just email me and at sporty@sportyking.com, and I'll send you a free colorful collectible PDF of the poem. And so if you're on Facebook or watching me on Facebook or LinkedIn, you want to email me at sporty@sportyking.com. If you're watching me on YouTube or on my website, sportyking.com, you can just drop your request in the thread in the comments, and then that way I'll have it where I can I'll be able to get your email from there and send you a copy of the poem if you like. Okay, but today I'm going to be sharing two poems actually from my book. I found out I'm living, and I found out I'm living, an affirmation of life. You may remember my original book, which was I found out I'm dying, a celebration of life, about the fact that physically we're all dying from the day we're born. Get over it. You won't be here forever. But it's not a book about dying. You see, the subcaption in that is I found out I'm dying. Subcaption, a celebration of life, recognizing that one day I know I won't be here. So therefore, I'm going physically, I won't be here. So I want to make sure that I'm doing all I can to live and enjoy this life now. And so that's the spiritual self, giving up the physical self to know that I have to live a spiritual life. And now I found out I'm living. An affirmation of life is recognizing that you grasp the spiritual life and recognize that, I'm affirming that I'm alive. I've given up the physical and I'm now living a wonderful spiritual life. So I'm going to I'm going to connect my two poems with acronyms from my book, Affirmations, and I'll show you how to use them in experiencing, embracing, and expanding your personal power. The two poems are called Power Unveiled, and then also We've All Got Power. So first let me give you power, POWER. Positioning our words elevate rewards. Positioning our words elevate rewards. You see, I think that when I'm going to be talking about power unveil, what we really have is a fear of success. A lot of people have been talking about fear lately. So I want to say that I think that one big fear we have is the fear of success. See, we're not afraid to fail. The pity party shows up to justify our failure when we do. You know, yeah, they weren't going to let you have that because you're a, or because of your, okay? So the pity party shows up to justify why you did not succeed. However, when you succeed, the haterade handfill shows up to minimize your celebration. They tell you that you were lucky, it'll never happen again. Oh, now you think you're one of them. You know, whose butt did you kiss? That's the hateful handful who, when you succeed, they show up to minimize your success. And they evolved into them. See, they don't have the self-confidence, so they have to find a way to keep you down as well. The reason they don't think that you could have done that is because they know that they could not have. So they want to keep you on their level. But when we realize, so that's why this first poem is called Power Unveiled, to show you that the people who are in the hate, because I just made that one up, the haterade handful, this is what they feel. So, power unveiled. When we realize how truly powerful we are, we must now overcome fear. When I wanted, I saw what to strive for. As my need grew, I knew just what to do. And now that I'm there, I must choose what I can share. For the air up here is new, and its exhilaration is not so unfamiliar to my ego, nor uncomfortable to my touch, unpalatable to my taste, illogical or unrecognizable. Yet my neighbors are doubt, disbelief, and caution. And as I consider their comfort, they exhibit more unrest, and I become prone to shut them out. Instead, I invite them up. And see, that's the key. Is it when I wanted, I knew what to strive for. As my need grew, I knew just what to do. And now I'm there. I must choose what I can share. Once you know how powerful you are, you have to figure out how to share that power, because misuse of power is the problem. And then the next stanza says the air up here is new. Yeah, I haven't recognized my power before, and its exhilaration is not so unfamiliar to my ego. In other words, I strove to get here. So my ego said, you can be this powerful. And now that I'm there, I've got to figure out how to use it. So recognize that negativity becomes comfortable because it senses and enjoys submission. If you're doing nothing to erase doubt, trust your faith. Step up on faith and upon faith. So you believed in where you were going and trying to get there, and it should feel good. Enjoy your personal and professional success. The air up here must not be new. Its exhilaration is not unfamiliar to my ego. It's not uncomfortable to my touch, unpalatable to my taste, or illogical or unrecognizable. But meanwhile, don't be in denial, because those haterade handful are not going away. Yet my neighbors are doubt, disbelief, and caution. And as I consider their comfort, as I start to listen to them, they exhibit more unrest because come on, you're listening to me. And I become prone to shut them out, because that's what happens is once you start to shut negativity out, it tries to speak louder. And what you have to recognize is instead of shutting them out, I invite them up. See, you can't out negative my positivity. And so that's one of my affirmations, which is hope, HOPE, having overpowered evil. You can beat evil one-on-one. When we have our trials and tribulations, it's because all of the problems come at once. We say, I can't handle all of this. But if we could deal with one problem at a time, we'd be successful every time. So that's why you've got to recognize that. Invite evil up. Invite your power to you, because God is going to do what? Lay a table before your enemies. So don't surrender to negativity. How you say, what you say will cultivate your power to control your vocabulary rather than allowing your vocabulary to control you. So I offer the second poem as somewhat of a prayer. Because see, once you've unveiled your power, You have to remain true to yourself and fend off the temptation to abuse it, which can easily happen if you don't pray. So this next poem is called We've All Got Power. And in this case, I want you to think of power as POWER, positioning our words, elevate rewards. Or praying our wealth is eternal reward. We've all got power. You've got to like power. Power needs a home with a welcome mat. Power needs to know just where it's at. Power needs to hear its name again and again because power gets stronger and sometimes forget where it's been. Power doesn't have a favorite body, race, or sex. Power is what you make it and how you do what you do next. Power doesn't broadcast reason, and like this poem, it's happy to give a little rhyme. But you've got to like power to get the most out of it and to use it best. On earth, you get a taste of your power, and when you like it, it's no longer a test. I am not trying to die, but I am trying to live and enjoy doing so. I know how powerful I am. And if you've even said that you are a child of God, then you should know how powerful you are. Look at your genealogy. That's where you are coming from. So recognize that the gift God is for today, and today is when you have to recognize and use your power for the good of all mankind, starting with the good of you. I'm wearing red purposely today because red is RED, remembering everyone deployed. And I'm broadcasting the day after Veterans Day. But we should not let Veterans Day be one day. We should not let people who are deployed be celebrated one day. Let's celebrate our veterans and our deploying family members, service and family members all the time. Let's celebrate everything. Valentine's Day, New Year's, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Let's celebrate them all every day because that is the gift and that is what God is for. He is for today. Thank you. God bless you. And I hope my re-entry to just regular old Facebook Live was a good one. And I'll have to figure out, now I got to figure out how to close it out. But I have to see, what's best to use to keep the message live and fresh. God bless you and have a safe weekend. Over and out. Ciao. Oh, P.S. by the way, if you'd like a copy of both of the poems, email me at sporty@sportyking.com. Or if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn. If you're on YouTube or on my website, drop your request in the comments. Ciao.